Hello guys, what is up? Plus here, and welcome back to another video. So, today's video is gonna be another how-to. Haven't done one of these in quite a while. But yeah, so this is how to hide the smell of marijuana, or weed, or cannabis, whatever you would like to call it. So this is actually fairly easy, and a lot of people kind of like hype it up to something that it isn't really. Like, it's not really that difficult, but a lot of people just make it seem difficult in their head. They make other people think that it's difficult when it's really not at all. So, if you're one of those people that like smokes before school or smokes before work or anything like that, and you're worried about smelling like weed, you should not worry one bit, because every single time I have smoked before school or smoked in my room or anything of that nature, I have never, ever, not once walked out of my room or into class and people be like, hey dude, you smell fucking dank, like, you smell really fucking dank. So, yeah, I mean, for those of you that are like, oh my god, I need Axe body spray ASAP, I'm gonna fucking die. Axe is, like Axe, Old Spice, any of those sprays are very dumb, because, you know, like, it's just stupid. Like, my parents fucking hate that shit. Like, if I could spray the tiniest bit on my wrist and rub my wrist together like you're supposed to with normal cologne, and I could walk outside of my room and my parents would be like, what the fuck, like, go take a shower, that cologne is giving me the biggest headache. So don't use that shit, it will just piss people off. I've come to the conclusion that it either gives people headaches, it either makes people suspicious, because, like, if you think about it, if you never wear that type of shit, and then out of nowhere you're coming home from school or you're coming out of your room or something just fucking reeking like Axe, then it's kinda shady. Like, they're gonna wonder what you're trying to hide. So, another thing is that, another thing that you have to consider about you yourself smelling like weed is your breath. Now, this is like fairly easy as well. You just want to eat something. Like, anything really works. If you, like, when I smoke before school, I will go to 7-Eleven right before class and get like a tea and a candy bar, and that will usually make my breath not smell. Like, you can still kind of taste it in your mouth, but if you smell your own breath, it's just gonna, like, it's not gonna smell like weed. So that's that, if you're scared of that. Another thing that I forgot to mention about your the Axe and stuff, do not use that as air freshener. I repeat, do not use that as air freshener. I had a few friends, like, way back, way back, that used to just, like, fucking, like, cake the walls with Axe. They would spray it so much, like, they would just spray the fuck out of it like it was air freshener. And that, again, like, why, when your parents walk in, they're like, what the fuck, why does your room smell like Axe? And it kinda, like, if you spray it that much, it doesn't even smell like Axe anymore. It just smells like a chemical, and it's so fucking gross and so disgusting. It gives you a headache. Just do not use that. Avoid that at all costs. But like I said, I mean, like, if you really shouldn't smell at all. If you're just, like, walk out of the area that you smoked in, like, you should not smell. It's just, that's my experience with it. You shouldn't smell. There's no reason for you to put on cologne. If you really think that you smell, like, put a little bit of normal cologne on your wrist, or spray some cologne in the air and walk through it. Like, one spurt, walk through. That should do the trick. Now, I'm gonna get on to like kind of hiding the smell in the area that you smoked. So incense are probably like one of the best things that you could use, just because they're incense, they're just fucking great. But some, like, my parents don't like incense. My mom and my stepdad fucking hate incense. But my dad does not mind incense. He doesn't really mind the smell. But some people just kind of think that it's a hippie thing and it's fucking disgusting and it smells bad, which is fine. You can have your opinion, but don't, like, if you can't use it, don't be like, fuck you, I'm gonna use an incense. There's other ways. So another way is, I would say, just any kind of air sanitizer. So like Lysol is an air sanitizer. So if you pick up a can of Lysol, just spray that like kind of all around your room, not a fuck ton. Maybe hold it down for like 3 seconds and that's good. 3 or 5 seconds and you're good. But Lysol, Ozium is really good too. Another thing that I really like is this Febreze stuff, and it hides pet odor. But if you spray that, it fucking destroys any smell of weed. Your room just smells like dryer sheets, pretty much. That brings me to the next thing. If you're smoking out of your room, which I do, kinda sometimes, I don't do this, to be honest with you guys. I don't do this, but you can take an empty toilet paper roll, stuff it full of dryer sheets, and then put one on one end and like a hair tie around it, and then just blow it out of that, and it will smell like dryer sheets. But that's really not necessary, because if you're blowing it out of your room, it should not, like, it will just be a faint smell of weed, and then the air freshener will take care of it. But yeah, just use common sense. Don't like get all paranoid. Don't let the paranoia take over and turn you into a dipshit. Just try and keep a clear head when you're doing this, and you should be fine. Just think about it maybe when you're sober a little more. Use these tips that I gave you, and you should be A1, my homies. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and a comment and a subscribe button dropper thing. Just drop, like, put your mouse over the subscribe button and then drop something on your clicker so you can just drop a subscribe. But this has been Plus, and peace the frick out.